Hi, my name is Shukanto Saha. Today I am going to show you how we can set up Apache Cassandra sample cluster deployment on Amazon EC2 using iMode application. So first we have to log into the iMode application page. Once you logged in, this will take you to the entire dashboard page from where you can deploy a new system. So this is our entire dashboard page. There are basically three ways to deploy a system. The first one is deploy from template. We have some example template here. You can choose like this template, deploying managing Cassandra on cloud using iMod, and deploy it. And then we have define new system. This is another way for deploy a system. You basically you put some of the basic information, what kind of template you need, and clicking on the next, this will create a system definition file and deploy as a system. And then we have import system. If you have a system which is fully configured and this is keep you have already in your machine, then you can deploy this system in the iMode application using this button, import system. Basically this is a browse button. You upload your system definition file, and after uploading it, this will deploy as a system. So right now we will use deploy from template because Apache Cassandra is available as a sample template. You need to put a name here to deploy it. And then deploy this. Once it is deployed, the deployed system is shown in the left hand side. So this is the deployed system. Right now it is unconfigured. You have to configure this system before starting it. So we have two tier in this system. In the first tier, this is DB tier, where we kept two database server. These are Cassandra servers which will form the cluster. And in the web tier, we have a Apache server where we put some PHP file, PHP form file to interact with Cassandra server. So let's configure these servers. To configure, you need to choose a AWS account. This is Amazon Web Service account, and choose a key pair, security group, and availability zone. Here we use this AMI. This is a Fedora AMI, so you can choose any Linux flavor like CentOS, Ubuntu. Just put the name of that image and then configure. In the same way we configure the DB tier. Once the system is fully configured, the state becomes inactive. That means now we can start this system. So let's do it. So while the systems is coming up, you may have want to know that what's going on behind the scene. To check this, you can go to the log tab. In the log area, you can see the latest log, and these logs describe what is going on to the servers. So here we can see like 3 servers are pending state. I mean 3 servers are coming up, and right now they are in a pending state. So once they are in the up state, then the actions will be executing. Right now they are not in the okay. So I think we have one server is coming up. Yeah, one server is in the up state. So when the server is in up state, then some actions are getting called. So you can see like this, installing latest version of Java in this server. So it means servers are now coming up and the actions are getting called. You can hit on the refresh button, and this will refresh the log. Okay, so it will take some time to completely running this system. Let's check out some of the actions which are used in this system. So in the action tab, you can see the list of actions which are used in this system. So this is like install Java. As we all know that Cassandra is written in Java, so one have to install Java to run the Cassandra database. So this is the action for that. We download the latest version of JDK and install it. Then the another action called install Apache Cassandra. This is download the latest version of Cassandra and install it. So these are the some of the actions which are getting called from the DB tier and from the web tier. So in the from the web tier, these actions are getting called like install theft, put index page, put sample PHP, start Apache. These actions are getting called from the web tier, and rest of the actions are getting called from the DB tier. So one thing we may want to know that why we install theft. For developing programs in Java or PHP for interacting with Cassandra, we need theft. Theft is a software framework for scalable cross-language service development. So as we put some PHP program in the Apache server, so to interact with Cassandra, you have to install theft. And to install theft, you need some dependency, Perl dependency. So some modules will be installed. So this is the action for this installing theft. Then we put the index page in the Apache server. This is the action for this, and then we have another action called put sample PHP. So this PHP file is getting copied to this path var www html. You can find this action from the definition tab also. This is the DB tier. From the server post startup, these actions are getting called, like install Java, copy bash profile, install Apache Cassandra. And then these actions like create storage config and start Cassandra, these actions are getting called from the tier level. To form a cluster, you need the IP address of the Cassandra databases, and you have to specify those IP addresses in a configuration file. For that, we have this action like create storage config. You can check this action. This is a configuration file where we mention the IP address of the Cassandra servers. So under seed tag, seeds tag, sorry. Okay, so then we start the Cassandra servers. So these are the DB level DB tiers actions, and then you can move to the web tier actions. In the web tier actions, all actions are called from the tier level. Install theft, put index page, put sample PHP, and then start Apache. So if you want to change the Cassandra client, I mean if you want to use like Java or JSP for Cassandra client and for interacting Cassandra's servers, you can change like here. Instead of PHP page, if you want to put the JSP page or Java page, you need to change here, like put in the put index page and the put sample PHP. In those two actions, you can change the client, whatever the client you want, you can change according to that. I mean, you just need to change those actions. So let's see in the log tab what's going on. Okay, so in the log, it telling us that installing theft on the particular server. So this will take some time. So DB tier is fully configured. Now the web tier is configuring. So you can find some of the events in the event tab also. So there are two types of events: standard events and custom events. You can create custom events also. So we have two custom events, like DB tier is server is overload. If you find that one of the database server is overload and you want to balance the load into the each database server by adding a new server in the cluster. So for that, you have to call this event like DB tier server is overload. Once the system is totally running, you can fire these events from the event tab, I mean event button, and also you can set these events from the monitoring page, and with the suitable condition this event will be triggered. So in the log it also says right now it is installing theft. So that takes some times to install. Also, we have another events called dbter server is recovering. For example, if one of the database server is getting shut down and then you trigger this event on that shutting down server, then that server become recovering. So for that you need to trigger this event. I'll show you once the system is running. I'll show you how you can trigger these events. There are two ways you can trigger those events manually by clicking this event button, and another way is to from the monitoring page you can also trigger those events. It is still installing theft. Okay, it look like the system is running. Refresh the log. Yeah, you can see this message, your system is deployed. So now we copy the public DNS of the Apache server and open this page. So this is a sample PHP form for inserting record into the database. I put my name here, my email address, and my phone number, and then hit on the submit button. So it's showing that data has been inserted successfully. To check whether that data is getting replicated on both servers or not, we have to log in using this console button into the Cassandra server. You can find this process. That means Cassandra server is running. So there are some commands. Using that command you can find whether the cluster is formed or not. So So this command shows the two server is communicating with each other. It's showing their IP address and status is up. You can see the same thing in the another server. This is the private IP address of the server. So here you can also see these servers are in a cluster. So let's enter into the Cassandra client. So for that we have another command like and then you have to put the port. So port is 9160. Using this command you will enter to the Cassandra client. Okay, so let's check whether data is replicated on both server or not. So see, in one server the data is getting replicated. Let's check into the another server. Here also the data is getting replicated. So in this way you can see that data is inserted into both the Cassandra server. So that's all from my side. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day. Bye.